Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Excuse me if I'm wrapped up in my blankie. Literally just woke up like like an hour ago, so excuse me if my voice seems a little dry or whatever. But I just have all my thoughts running in my head, so I'm just like might as well just record the video. In regards to Ezra Miller, we're back to Ezra again. We've talked about Ezra multiple times on this channel. With all the shit that happened in Hawaii, to all the shit that happened with that minor, where he manipulated her into thinking that she's like a certain thing, non-binary, whatever the fuck. Um, Now, he has been charged with a felony for breaking into a residence home and stealing alcohol. So, um, yeah, and the reason why I'm bringing this up because I wouldn't talk about this if this was, um, anything else. But um, the reason why I'm bringing it up is because of of what it means moving forward in the current DC universe. Because um, the Batgirl cancellation actually opens up more possibilities for other projects, which includes the Flash. Um, like, think about it. If Batgirl can get canceled now over test screenings, what are the chances that the Flash, maybe not shelved, but maybe gets delayed and they decide to maybe potentially do some recasting? Maybe it's. I'm not saying it's possible. I'm just saying that it's more possible because of Batgirl's cancellation. They've opened themselves up to those possibilities, and I would not blame them for 1 second if they chose to move forward in that regard. Um, because we're not talking about a guy who has just committed a felony or charged with one felony. We're talking about a guy for 2 or 3 years straight has been on a streak of just allegations and actual proof and evidence of doing some really horrible, nasty things, and to- absolutely an alcoholic. Um, like there's a pattern here, and the pattern is going to continue. This is an ongoing behavior. This is not a behavior that's going to just stop. He needs rehab. He needs to be put into a facility. He needs treatment. This guy needs treatment. He needs to be observed. He needs to be watched because he clearly cannot take care of himself. He's just running amok, saying stupid shit on social media about taking down like a cult or something, and um, threatening a family. It's just not online, but just stupid shit, And with Batgirl now getting canceled, one has to think, uh, what does this mean for other projects? Because if Batgirl can get canned because of some poor test screenings, um, you have to now think, can the same thing happen to the Flash? Um, because the Flash, from what I've heard, has been testing well. So maybe that's more of a reason for why they might keep the Flash the way it is, because they probably they don't want to run the gamble of reshooting everything and then possibly having a worse version of what they've had initially. Um, I know it sounds fucked up, but that's totally this is business we're talking about. Um, that's totally um, that's totally a thing that they're probably thinking about, is just they're looking at what this cut could do for them profit wise versus just reshooting the whole thing, all that sort of stuff. um like they're trying to measure the blow. Is it better for us to reshoot the movie and then possibly have a cut that we probably find is worse than the one that we have before, or test is worse, or do we have a cut that we know is testing well, audiences seem to like it, and we just take the hit with having Ezra as the star of our movie and just, with, dealing with the press and all that sort of stuff. I still think that they're going to keep the cut that they have because I don't think that they're willing to gamble in that regard. The moral thing to do would be to remove him. But I do think now it is more of a possibility considering the fact that Batgirl can get scrapped because of simple test screenings. Don't buy for a second what they're saying out there. It has nothing to do with leadership strategies I mean, it's partial, but it's not the whole truth. The real truth is because the movie just flat out sucked based on test screenings, and the studio just did, because this is a rare, very very rare type of decision that WB made, because studios don't do this sort of thing, especially for superhero movies. Like, even if the movie sucks, they have invested so much money into it. They're they'll likely just put it out just for the hopes of making some returns. With Batgirl, the movie tested so poorly that WB's new CEO just decided that, okay, well, for our new direction moving forward, um, we're gonna have a 10-year plan, which basically is what we did previously, and it failed. So I don't know why he's even trying to do that again. Um, and within that plan, we're going to have content that we are very confident in. Anything else in that regard, we're just going to throw to the wayside. And Batgirl was one of those films. Um, so yeah, and I've already done a video on the Batgirl situation, so you guys can check that out if you guys want to see my thoughts on that. But yeah, one does have to wonder: does one thing over here affect the other? And um, it's possible. I think it's definitely possible. I'm not saying that anything will happen, but I do think that it would not be super surprising if we find out that they're at least considering it now that he's been charged with a felony. I mean, I don't know if how why that would be you know the 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 thing that broke the camel's back, whatever that phrase is. um it's not the fact that he manipulated a minor. It's not the fact that he uh, has had multiple arrests. It's not the fact that he is abusive with his alcohol. It's not the fact that he threatened to kill a family. Um, None of that. None of that. No, none of that. It's just stealing alcohol from a resident's home. That's the last straw. It's just, I personally, for me, I do think WB has just not um, been doing well with dealing with this situation. Um, at the same time, though, you have to think about the product that they have. If they like what Ezra brought to the table, and if it's gonna make them money, then they're basically just taking a risk. They're just looking at um, what they could make versus what they should do. You know, um, so and from a business standpoint, I don't blame them too harshly. From a morality standpoint, that's a different issue. I think Ezra just needs help, and um, it's just, you can't have a guy like this running around. You need him to be like like sedated. Like, you need him like watched. He's not. This is like nuclear behavior. Like, who knows what else he could do. If you're having someone running around like this and doing all these kind of things, he needs treatment. He doesn't need to be given this celebratory type privilege or treated with this certain thing because you did good in this one movie. Like, that should not be the way we run things. So, but it does bring up the question, though, if the movie will get canned, and I think that it's. I'm not saying that the movie itself will be shelved, but it has to at least be in the conversations now that what do we do with Ezra? You know, I think that it's definitely more of a possibility. Is there like a hair or something right here? It's like a weird sunlight beam going right there. I don't know, but yeah. So you guys let me know. Do you guys think that the Flash could be scrapped? Do you guys think that Ezra could now possibly finally be removed from the Flash because of the felony and just because of their recent decision makings? What do you guys think? You guys let me know in the comment section below. And yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I just I hope that they do something with Ezra. The man definitely needs some help. So, but yep, I'll catch you guys in the next video. I'm gonna go get some breakfast now. I'll see you guys in the next video.